seventh grade families. This is Mrs. Elizabeth Bangert, formerly known as Miss Anderson, and welcome to the virtual curriculum night. This presentation is to give you a little bit information about seventh grade science and what to expect, as well as a little bit about myself, and hopefully answer any questions that you may have in relation to the seventh grade science curriculum. First and foremost, I would like to thank each and every one of you for sending your child to St. Antoninus. I know that it can be a big sacrifice for most families, so I really truly appreciate that sacrifice, and I love getting the opportunity to spend time with all of your children each and every day, and I'm so glad that we're back together in person so I can get to know this class. So far it's been good, and I can't wait for the rest of the school year. This is just a little bit about myself. I am a St. Antoninus graduate. I graduated in 2005. St. Antoninus was so great to me, so I decided to come back and be a part of this wonderful community once more. I also went to Seton High School, and after high school, I played college lacrosse at Notre Dame College of Ohio, where I majored in middle childhood education, where I received my bachelor's degree. This is my 7th year teaching and my 6th year at St. Antoninus. And I have to say, time really flies because I can't believe I've already been here for 6 years. I am the head varsity lacrosse coach at Seton High School. So if any of the 7th grade girls would be interested in playing lacrosse in the future, let me know. Last summer, I was able to finish my master's degree in education, and I specialized in curriculum and instruction, and I received that degree from Ohio University. And if you can't tell, maybe you didn't know my last name was Miss Anderson before, but I did get married over the summer on June 20th. It was really exciting. But overall, I really, truly love what I do, and I love your children, and I love especially getting to know the 7th grade class and grow together throughout the year. So again, I'm super excited for this school year. I just wanted to give you an idea of what my classroom looks like. I was able to construct table dividers to put on the lab tables out of yard signs. And I think it's kind of cool. It brings some school spirit into the classroom. So this is the 7th grade science curriculum map. And as you'll see on the next slide, this is subject to change at any time. Each group is different, and the pacing required for some of these units may be longer or shorter, again, depending on the group. So this is what I'd like to accomplish this school year. On the next slide, I'll show you some of the important projects, like as you see here, the bigger projects, I should say, with 7th grade science. So like I said, the curriculum map is subject to change at any time. It's just an outline of what I'd like to do. Google Classroom will be used a lot in this class. So a lot of the assignments and handouts that would typically be printed will be posted on Google Classroom. And that's not to say that they won't receive paper handouts, but I will be relying more on Google Classroom this year than in previous years. BioEddy is something that your child probably came home and told you about, since we had our first BioEddy quiz yesterday. So BioEddy stands for Biology Etymology, and it essentially, I'm assigning them 5 prefixes or suffixes and their definitions a week. They receive these words on Wednesday, and the quiz on those words happens the following Wednesday. You're probably like, what is the purpose of this? So what I found is that teaching them prefixes or suffixes, the beginning or endings of words, really helps teach context clues for things like the HSPT, the ACT, the SAT, and beyond that. This short little quiz will help them, hopefully, for a long time. I've had former students come back and say, thank you so much. I was able to identify a word on a test that I didn't know the full meaning of, but I remembered the prefix meaning, so it helped me answer the question. So I really truly see the benefit of it, and it is only 5 per week. At the end of the trimester, they will be tested on all of the prefixes or suffixes learned that trimester. So typically it's around 45 to 50 prefixes and suffixes. So I tell them to keep like either a notebook or maybe a note card collection of all of those prefixes and suffixes that we've learned the trimester, so that they have them at the end of the trimester and aren't scrambling around figuring out what words they had. The Bioetti full list can be found on my webpage. It is a Quizlet page, and we did start at the very beginning this year of the list. So if you just continue to follow that list, that's what they can expect for the weeks in the school year. There are 2 bigger projects this year in 7th grade science. One happens more towards the beginning of the year, typically about September, October. It's called My Life as a Drip. It is a creative writing / child storybook that they create about the water cycle. So in years past, the kids have come up with some really, really creative stuff, and they love the books that they create. And we actually pass the books on to younger grades, like 4th grade, 2nd grade, I think uses them. I mean, a bunch of teachers love having them in their classroom, especially when they're talking about the water cycle with the younger grade classes. So really cool project. The second project is called the Biome Project, and they will be required to research and create a diorama or poster on a biome of their choosing. So biomes of the world could be like a savanna or the Arctic, so on and so forth, the prairie. And they will then present to the class about their biome. Again, really fun project. Come up with some really creative things. Every year I've learned something new about these biomes, so the kids look forward to it every year. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at bangert@stantonines.org. This presentation can be accessed on my webpage on the St. Antoninus website, and I am really looking forward again to this school year, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening and a great Labor Day weekend. Take care.